in bomber support to threaten our AT-ATs. Keep those rebels away from the uplink stations.
The rebels have activated the uplink. Move on that position.
Where are our TIE interceptors?
Affirmative. I'm in position.
Hostile behind you. Shake him off.
The Rebels bomber support plus cease. Deactivate their uplink. Rebel ship down.
Rebel bombers have locked on to our AT-AT. Be on the lookout for 9 Numb. He is a rebel and a traitor to the Empire. Damage critical. A rebel bomber locked onto our walker.
You're getting locked onto. They fired the homing missile.
An enemy bomber has locked onto our AT-AT. The rebels have activated the uplink station. We must shut it down.
Know the power of the dark side. Today is the death of your precious rebellion. Your weakness is your undoing. Die with your rebellion. Your feeble defense is irrelevant. Cannot resist.
Scanners indicate the rebels have activated an uplink station.
We need some AT-AT support. Imperial Walker support. Affirmative.
Rebel bombers have a lock on our AT-AT.
fighter support required. Omega 13 reporting in.
Behind you! Our AT-AT is being targeted by an enemy bomber. Bounty Hunter Boba Fett has arrived. He's working for us.
Calling in AT-AT support. I'm in position.
Nine Numb has been dealt with.
Enemy bomber has got a lock on our walker. Rebel bombers have locked onto our AT-AT. Mega flight group, come in. Request TIE fighter support.
Omega 14 responding.
Our AT-AT is being targeted by an enemy bomber.
Enemy fighter in pursuit.
Shake that missile lock. Seeker inbound. Rebel uplink interrupted. Proceed as per your orders. Enemy fighter pursuing you.
Heads up, homing missile.
Rebel fighter destroyed.
Critical damage.
Behind you, shake him off. Rebel Y-wings inbound.
The AT-AT is vulnerable to rebel attack. Protect it.
There's a rebel fighter.
Our walker is exposed, defended from rebel attack.
Omega group, what's your status? Requesting air support. Omega 8, responding.
working with a missile. They launched a missile at you. Uplinks detected. Advance now.
Our informants have identified Leia Organa
Hey, how's it going?
near your position. Shoot the princess on sight.
Yeah, I've been playing pretty randomly. Are you in here? We're in Source Sub. Yeah. Yeah. Well, where I'm at, it's freezing and everything's pretty much closed down in schools and everything because of a giant ice storm here in the Midwest. Yeah, southern Indiana. Pretty big storm, though. It hit a lot of the Midwest and a lot of the East Coast. Yeah, it's a lot of ice. I saw there was a huge wreck in Texas. Yeah. Hey, whatever you got to do, right? Yeah, it is cold. I used to live in Iowa, and I lived in Hawaii too, and Iowa is not Hawaii. I'd never been in like whiteout blizzard conditions before until I got to Iowa. I only was there for a couple years, but it's crazy how different the weather is. I think we had like 35 days straight of negative 45-degree wind chill. It was my heating bill was more than my mortgage. It was like $1,300 or some crap. Now, fortunately, that was only for like a month or two. It was snowing in May, and then I was like, "What the hell is this shit?" Yeah, my kids when I took them to swim lessons in July, and the water was still cold. They were freezing up. Oh yeah, it just, you know. I got my first message from Nure. That must be like a rite of passage or something for players, right? Yeah, we try to. Yeah, we tried to get him to join our party, you know. I was like, "Hey, man, we're cool. Just join the." Because he was like, "Man, you always fly." I was like, "How ironic, you know, the guy who's always boss and hero hopping." He goes, "Why you always fly?" I told him I was legally blind and I was using a Braille controller. And I have a special algorithm for his character. It's called Lizard Man. He goes, "Really?" This morning I was like, "Nah, man, I'm joking. I'm just messing with you." I said I only get to kill the easy players. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Rebels are trying to bring down our walker.
Our walker is in attack position. Escape ship is in range.
Oh my gosh. I was in here one night with Lord Agua and that group, and I don't know if maybe you were in that game. It's on this map I'm on right now, and he was Chewy and he kept running in the bunker, and we just filed in there until he was gone. It was the funniest thing ever. He was getting so mad. Because usually he can last a pretty long time, you know, as the hero sometimes. God, he ran up the score the other day. It was like 115 or the nothing. I mean, we were playing a really bad team, but I'm like, dude, you're spawn killing. You're literally spawn killing everybody before anyone else can kill them. But that's the game, I guess, you know. They allow it in the game. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, and he goes and hides. He'll get his 1 or 2 kills. I did see him get like 18 kills once. What are these guys talking about? It's like my thing keeps... Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he's been in a few games. We've been... Frequencies, yeah. No, yeah. Well, he had sent me a message. I never heard from him. He sent me one of those nasty grams. Frequencies did, because I rammed a speeder into his chicken. I guess that's what set him off. And he was just going on and on and on. And then the next game, I shot him probably like 15 times and killed him. It, you know, a lot of times that's just pure luck. Like they just have. Especially, I mean, he's a good player, so it's like, dude, you know, I'm just thinking, he's going to send me a message, because this is pure luck that he just shows up right in front of where I'm at, you know, bad timing. And he did. He was like, you know, you suck, this, and then I would just lay it. I won't say anything unless someone says something to me, and then I'm always like, hey, good game, but they're like, fuck you. So I was just laying, well, I was laying into him, and it was pretty funny. I don't take it personally. I'm like, hey, it's just a video game. So I know when you get them in a party, it's different. You know, when you talk to them, it's just like, it's all good, man. Oh, he does? Well, see, I thought Camp Big Daddy sounds like Wither Boss Bros.
Han Solo has arrived.
But I haven't played with Wither Boss in a while. Saw he actually left the group, so I'm not sure. I just killed low frequency, see? He's probably cursing at me.
Uplink station engaged.
Oh, yeah. He can be hard to kill, too. I think isn't that one of Waygoods guys, or what? Waygoods guys.
Armor targeting systems locked in.
Is he?
Way to go.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Yeah, we had a long talk with Special Needs about modding. It was interesting.
Y-wing tracking
I'm like, you know, it's weird. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's only 18, he said. Yeah, he's pretty young. Most of the young people, I would assume, are... That's just the thing to do, you know. It's more of like, hey, I can beat my friends on the game than anything. It was really, I was like, hey man, it's no really different than back in the Nintendo days when you could get the special controllers and there was like the knockoff ones, and then there was like the Nintendo one that was really good but expensive, and it had the auto fire that everybody loved. I mean, it's the exact same shit. So to me, that's why I like the vehicles. It's like the great equalizer usually.
Rogue Squadron is
Yeah.
almost there.
Yeah, that's what a few of them were telling me about. And then that you're just holding the button down, and then it automatically stops before it overheats.
Now's our chance.
I'm like, man, I'm too old to care about that.
Enemy fire in pursuit. Homing missile
I was like, you know, if I was still getting trashed after a year of playing, like, if I was still getting like 2 and 70. But I'm like, you know, I'm right in that middle range now where I can have enough kills and play the objective enough to help the team. I'm not too worried about it. My win ratio's right in the middle, so I'm like, you know, given how much you lose when you first start playing, kind of equals out. I'm more just curious. It's more interesting to me, like, because some of them, who told us they spent like 3 AC, AK, whatever his name is. He was telling us about he was telling us about the controller. Yeah, he says call him AC. But he was telling us about the controller he bought, you know, and he said he spent like a couple $100 on it. I was like, holy smokes. And then the young kids were telling, that kid that was on, that literacy kid when you jumped on, I think, he was he's got on here with me a couple times, and he just likes to tell you, you know, kids, they just want to tell you, kind of brag about what they got. Well, he was just telling me, he's like, yeah, I do all these glitches, and I'll do the double cards, and one of them, he was telling me how he does the double card for the shield. And then I saw someone was accusing him in that in the other game. I was like, yep, he just told me just a day ago how he was doing that. I didn't say that in their chat, but he was denying it. I was like, he just own up. It's so obvious, you know. But, you know, that's a bunch of 10, 11-year-olds. What do you expect? Plus, you can't control it, so it's like, just get good at something in the game and have fun. At some point, I guess I'll have to find another game to play.
Y-wing tracking signal online.
I have about 30 games over here, but I hardly play. Some of them I've never even opened up. I mostly bought the console for the VR for my kids, and then for this game. But the games were so cheap, you know, because it's the end of its life. I just bought a shitload of them. So I have a stack of about 40 games over here, I think. I mean, the VR stuff is really cool. So, some of it makes me really motion sick. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like the flight game, like I can't even do the X-Wing VR on here. It's
Well done. Now defend it.
It's just crazy. It's cool, but you know, the thing about getting motion sick on here though is once you stop playing, if you just take it off, you don't just suddenly feel better, you know? I mean, you can be sick for hours and days. Oh, is he on our team? I didn't even notice. Yeah, he was It was funny because what he said the other day about, I posted a video because I just upload the videos more for myself than anybody, and then I'll make them private. And some people will see it because I guess it just shows it on here when you upload something. He goes, "Man, you made a video of me." I was like, "Yeah, that's because he was standing in the doorway over here by our outside uplink where no one could get out. And he stood there for a minute, so no one could get out. I was like, dude, why are you doing that? I think I called the video like Dossie being a douchebag. Because it was right when the Y-Wings were attacking, so I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Uplink offline. Get it back up. We need it for our Y-Wings.
I changed the form though. That dude's hard to kill too. Yeah.
Bombers have launched and are on their way.
Yeah.
The walker is exposed. Focus all blasters on it.
Yeah. Well, Dossie joined after Waygood, it looks like, and so did Hella Good and probably some of Waygood's group. That group can be hard to beat too.
Watch out for enemy units.
Director Orson Krennic is in the vicinity. Targeting him could deal a real... Incoming Imperials! AT-AT down.
Oh shit. Well, that didn't last long. Chick-fil-A was better. Shit. Yeah, I don't send out any trash messages. I'm usually like, hey, good game or whatever. But there's a couple people. There's only like a few people that still they don't send me anything anymore because I just blocked them. But like Nes Munoz, that guy, oh my god, he wouldn't stop sending me messages.